So have you ever really stopped to think about what a millionaire looks like? I'm not talking about what you see on TV. Forget the supercars, the mega mansions. That's not the real story. In this explainer, we're diving deep into a classic book, The Millionaire Next Door, and we're going to uncover the secrets of how real wealth is actually built. And trust me, it's way more achievable than you think.
All right, let's try a little experiment. When I say the word millionaire, what image pops into your head? Seriously, just for a second, picture it. Is it some guy stepping out of a Lamborghini? Maybe a huge house overlooking the ocean? A closet overflowing with designer labels? Yeah, that's what most of us think of. And, that's the image we're sold, right? Every single day. But what if I told you that's all wrong? Decades of real research into actual millionaires paints a totally different picture. In fact, what the authors of this book discovered completely shatters that stereotype. The reality, it's a lot less flashy, for sure, but honestly, it's way more powerful. And that brings us to the book's core idea, the millionaire you don't even see. I'm talking about the folks who build incredible wealth right under our noses, and nobody even notices.
Okay, so here's the crucial point, the real secret sauce. Most self-made millionaires are masters of financial defense. Think about it like a sports team. A lot of people just focus on offense, making more and more money. But the truly wealthy, they're obsessed with defense, protecting what they have. They get that true wealth isn't about looking rich, it's about being financially secure. And that kind of security, it's built quietly through discipline, day in and day out, not by showing off. All right, this next part, this is probably the single most important concept in the entire book. It's the foundation for literally everything else. And that is the huge critical difference between income and wealth. And trust me, they are not the same thing, not even close. So let's break it down. Think of your income as like water flowing into a bucket. It's your paycheck, right? The cash that's coming in. And it's so easy to just focus on that. How can I get a bigger hose, a bigger flow of water? We think a high salary automatically makes you rich, but that's only half the story. Wealth, on the other hand, is the water that actually stays in the bucket. It's what you keep, what you pile up, and grow over time. You could have a fire hose of income coming in, but if your bucket's riddled with holes because you're spending everything, guess what? You'll end up with an empty bucket. Really getting this difference? That's the key that unlocks the entire millionaire mindset. The book really brings this to life by splitting people into two groups. It's fascinating. On one side, you've got the under-accumulators of wealth, or UAWs for short. These are the people you'd think are rich, doctors, lawyers, high earners, but they have almost nothing to show for it because their lavish lifestyle just eats up all their money. And then on the other side, you have the prodigious accumulators of wealth, the PAWs. These folks are the absolute masters of turning that income into real, lasting wealth.
So, the big question is, how do you become a PAW? Well, the good news is it's not about being a genius or getting lucky. It all comes down to habits. So let's dive in and break down the specific things these wealth builders do day in and day out.
Okay, here it is, the number one rule, the absolute foundation of building wealth. Every single other habit is built on top of this one thing. They live well below their means. I mean, they consistently and often buy a lot, spend less than they earn. That gap, that surplus, that's the seed. That's where all wealth begins. And why do they do this? It's not about being cheap, not at all. It's about a total shift in what's important. They're basically playing a completely different game than most people. While everyone else is worried about short-term stuff, like impressing their friends this weekend with a new gadget, the PAW is focused on the long game, real freedom for themselves and their families for decades to come. This next one is a huge discipline that really separates the wealthy from, well, almost everyone else. It's avoiding lifestyle inflation. See, when most people get a raise or a bonus, what's the first thought? Awesome, time for a new car, or let's get a bigger apartment. The PAW thinks totally differently. They see that extra money as fuel, a chance to speed up their journey to financial freedom. They invest that difference instead of just spending it. Building wealth isn't an accident. It doesn't just happen. The research is crystal clear on this. Millionaires are hands-on with their money. They're active managers. That means they know where their money is going, they set actual goals, they have a plan for their investments, and they check in on their progress. Bottom line, they run their household finances like it's a well-run business. And here's the beautiful part about all this. The actual process is incredibly simple.
It's not about some secret, complicated trading strategy or trying to find the next big stock before anyone else. It's just a disciplined, repeatable loop. You earn money, you save a chunk of it consistently, you invest the difference, and then you just repeat, month after month, year after year. The real magic isn't in some complicated method, it's in the boring, beautiful consistency.
So, okay, we've talked about the habits, the what they do, but those habits don't just come from nowhere. They're driven by something deeper, a certain mindset. So what's really going on inside their heads? Let's take a look at the wealth building mindset, because it shapes their entire approach to life, money, and time.
One of the biggest insights from the book is that these prodigious accumulators, they're just incredibly efficient with their resources. And I'm not just talking about money, I'm talking about time and energy. While a lot of people might spend their free time shopping or scrolling, the future millionaire is using that time to learn about investing, to plan their finances, maybe even to work on a side hustle. They just get it. Their time is their most valuable asset when it comes to building wealth.
Honestly, this next one is like their superpower. They are completely immune to social pressure. That whole keeping up with the Joneses thing, they've just tuned it out. It's like noise to them. Their financial decisions are guided by their own internal scorecard, their goals, their values, not by what their neighbor just bought. And that immunity, that's what makes it possible for them to live below their means without feeling like they're missing out. So after all that discipline, what's the real end game? What's the goal? It's not about owning a yacht or a private jet. It's about achieving what the book calls true wealth. And what is that? It's freedom. It's the incredible peace of mind you get from knowing you can live your life comfortably without ever needing a paycheck again. It's about having choices, having control over your own time. That's the real prize.
Okay, so how do we bring all this home for you? What does this mean for your life right now? Let's wrap this up by talking about how you can take these lessons and start building your own path to financial freedom starting today.
You know, when you boil down all the research, all the data from this book, maybe the most powerful message is just how accessible this is. Building wealth isn't some exclusive club reserved for a select few. You don't need a fancy degree, you don't need to come from money, and you don't need some lucky break. It's truly for everyone. And that brings us to the final, most important takeaway. It doesn't matter what you do for a living. You could be a doctor, a teacher, a plumber. It doesn't matter. Your habits, your discipline, your patience, your consistency, those are way, way better predictors of your financial success than the size of your paycheck. It's not about what you earn. It's about what you do with what you earn. So I'll leave you with this one critical question to think about. Take a really honest look at your own life and your own habits. Are they building real wealth or just the appearance of it? Are you building a life that looks good to other people, or are you building one that feels truly secure to you? Because as the Millionaire Next Door shows us, that choice, it's completely up to you.